Well, how am I staying positive as of right now when it comes to ICP in terms of my sentiment, especially with the price not doing good whatsoever, and also on top of that, with just the sentiment overall within the space not doing the best? Well, I'll explain how I'm doing that, even though nothing I say is financial advice. Well, first of all, I'm just going to refer to what the founder of Dfinity, Dominic Williams, said not too long ago in a post. He basically highlighted kind of the key things when it comes to ICP. First of all, he says that ICP today has over 10 times more builders than all of Web3. Now, that's a very bold claim, but at least it's something to keep me a little bit positive, especially considering how ICP is now around 42 times lower than $100. But besides that, I'll talk about that very soon. But here's the thing as well. Keep in mind, the internet computer, Bitcoin DeFi is powered by that. Furthermore, when it comes to chain fusion, we know the aspects of Ethereum when it comes to that, and also when it comes to Dogecoin, which may seem kind of odd because people are probably thinking, oh, wow, that's a meme, but it's the most popular one out there. So when I take a look at chain fusion overall, I don't think it's a flop when it comes to the internet computer. But besides that point, I also take a look at Caffeine AI, self-writing apps platform. But besides all that, though, people like to say, who cares about that? But it's actually something to keep me positive in terms of the fundamentals when things are not doing the best. Can you imagine if the fundamentals were so bad and then the charts were not doing good? Then it's like, oh, wow, game over at that point. It's game, set, match. But I just don't see it here. ICP's having a pullback along with a bunch of other projects. Even Bitcoin's having a big pullback, and how can ICP randomly just go on a rally of its own if literally Bitcoin is doing so bad right now, right? That's the thing. Also, sure, I've seen some microcaps out there randomly do that, but I have a lot of questions, I'm a little bit skeptical in some cases, but we'll see. But ICP is not a microcap, keep in mind. And actually, even despite this pullback, ICP, if we take a look at it, for instance, in terms of the ranking, it's still the 49th biggest project in the world in terms of market cap within the space. This may not sound like a good thing, but if a project that's ranked like 200th or 100th or whatever, if they could hypothetically survive and make it through this time, why can't the 49th biggest project in the world within this space in terms of market cap survive? Why not, right? If the other ones that are way smaller could. But this is just my mindset. Not to mention, ICP at around $2? Like, really? And I don't even mean this in like a disappointing way or something like that. I'm looking to dollar cost average. Actually, if I'm able to dollar cost average at around $2, I'm actually personally very happy for dollar cost averaging purposes, not for leaving, right? Not for exiting. That's, of course, I'd be very unhappy at that point, but I'm looking to dollar cost average here. So the lower something is, if I can dollar cost average more into the project that I'm a fan of at a lower point, why would that be a complaint from me? I just don't get it. It's like me walking inside a store and complaining there is a discount. I have never done that for an item that I liked, and I'll never do that because if there's something that I like and there's a discount, am I going to complain? Absolutely not. I'm not talking about this though, right? When it comes to ICP, I'm talking about like real life, like in an actual store. But besides that point, when it comes to the internet computer as of right now, it's just kind of difficult for me to give up on it, personally. And I just don't want to exit because people like to say, oh, what happens if it goes lower? If it goes lower, I'm still holding and I'm still going to be dollar cost averaging once a month because I don't want to ride it all the way down and just exit like that because I feel like it's all hypothetically unrealized for me anyways. I don't want to realize it by just exiting, but this is my mindset. But you know what? My time horizon is years anyways. I don't want to exit right now. I have no need to exit right now, and I just don't want to, personally. So if I don't want to exit right now anyways, why am I so bothered if it's all unrealized anyways? This is my mindset. So I'm not bothered. I'm still holding. I'm still waiting. And I just don't want to give up. I'm still dollar cost averaging once a month. Because keep in mind, if ICP dips below $1.98, it has officially, at that point, if it were to do that, it would actually have achieved a new all-time low. So, in theory, the lowest it's ever been in history, if it were to do that, right? It hasn't done that right now, but I'm just saying because the all-time low of ICP is $1.98. So if it goes below that, then it's officially a new all-time low. So if I can dollar cost average into a project that I'm a fan of, hypothetically at nearing all-time low levels, and maybe even, who knows, moving forward, an all-time low. We'll wait and see. I mean, I can't control this. I'm actually not upset. I'm actually happy at that point, personally, for dollar cost averaging, but I'm not telling anyone to do anything, but I'm going to stay waiting. I'm going to stay patient, and I'll be sure to make more updated videos when it comes to ICP. I'll talk more about my thoughts and just kind of still make a video when it comes to ICP as time goes on, because it just makes no sense for me to give up. But besides that, if there's also news when it comes to their computer, I'll be sure to talk about that too. So feel free to stay tuned for that, hopefully, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.